Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So the 35th Dragon Ball Legends reveals and stuff has just ended, and with it, we got the confirmation of our next Ultra unit, and that unit is none other than Golden Frieza. And it's kind of crazy because I thought it would have been like Final Form Frieza, but no, it's Golden Frieza. And of course, I did record my reaction to the reveal as well, so check that out first, and then we'll break down what this unit can do. Let's see. Oh. Yep, it's Frieza. Of course it's Frieza. Wait. Golden Frieza? Oh! Nah, that's fire. That's right, because I expected to be Frieza, but I thought it was going to be like Final Form Frieza. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Okay, Frieza. Oh, body him. Gone. Wait. Yeah. Wait, what? Wait, what? Whoa. Like, so is it like revival or like endurance or, bro, what? What? Whoa. Okay. Oh no, that's actually pretty cool. Whoa. Oh. Bro, like, I really thought it was gonna be Final Form Frieza, but I will gladly take Golden Frieza. 100%. Okay, Frieza.
Lord Frieza.
No, that art is fire. That art is some heat.
Dear me.
Okay. Yes, blast cover. That's a really cool, like, blast cover animation.
I could lose to you. It's over.
Okay. Special move. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's crazy. That's so crazy. Yeah, and he keeps going, so that's pretty cool. Gone. That's actually pretty cool.
I may have made myself a little too small.
I'm not gonna lie, this character actually seems really cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, let's break down what Ultra Golden Frieza can do. So we're gonna skip all of the yellow text because I do want to focus more so on what's actually gonna be displayed in the game itself. So, of course, we have Ultra Golden Frieza. He's a purple unit, which is honestly a good thing. And also, just personally speaking, it's just unfortunate because we literally just got Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan, and now there's another purple unit out there. So again, it's unfortunate, just, you know, personally speaking, but it is what it is. That's just the nature of the game. Anyway, Frieza's tags are Frieza Force, Transforming Warrior, Lineage of Evil, and Powerful Opponent. And his episode is Sagas from the Movies. So again, this iteration of Golden Frieza is not from Dragon Ball Super. It's not even from the Resurrection F arc in Dragon Ball Super. This is from Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. So this is a Dragon Ball Z character. But either way though, this unit is on Sagas from the Movies, which in all honesty, I mean, movies is always sad. Like, they always got units, so it's gonna be good for them. And it's about time that we actually got like a really decent buff, like character-wise, for like LOE. But again, LOE's still kind of dead. So this is hopefully gonna be a step in the right direction for them to actually revitalize that tag. We'll see. Anyway, Z ability 1, plus 20% to tag powerful opponent, base strike attack and defense during battle. Z ability 2, plus 30% to attack powerful opponent or episode Sagas from the Movies, base strike attack and defense during battle. Z ability 3, plus 3% to special move damage inflicted by tag powerful opponent, and plus 38% to tag powerful opponent or episode Sagas from the Movies, base strike attack and defense during battle. And Z ability 4, plus 5% to special move damage inflicted by tag powerful opponent, and plus 42% to tag powerful opponent or episode Sagas from the Movies, base strike attack and defense during battle. So, you know, Z abilities and whatnot. Obviously, the main two teams that they want you to try to use this unit on are, of course, powerful opponents and Sagas from the Movies. That's kind of a given. Those would be the two best teams, in my opinion, to actually use them on. But, I mean, of course, the leader slot exists, so you can really use them on anything. Anyway, Ultra ability. If this character is the leader, applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Plus 30% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Plus 30% to key recovery, cannot be cancelled. If this character is not the leader, applies the following effects to self per tag powerful opponent battle support member when battle starts. Plus 5% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Plus 5% to key recovery, cannot be cancelled. Up to 3 support members will be counted. So again, just, your Ultra abilities, obviously relative to whatever tag that they're on. So yeah, pretty standard. Strike arts. Strike impact inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 10% to damage received for 15 timer counts on hit. And of course, it has blast armor. So blast armor on strike, that's really, really good. It's always going to be good. Now, there's obviously only one unit in the game that can get around that, and that is Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan. But again, Frieza does have element factor advantage against Gohan. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. But again, for the most part, blast armor on strike is safe, except against that Gohan unit. And of course, by extension, whichever battle members are with that Gohan, because they will also get access to that card. So you just want to be careful of that. But if you don't see Gohan on the team, or in battle, then you're relatively safe with blast armor. And then key blast, just blast impact, so it's just, key blast. Moving on. Special move. Deals massive slice damage. The following effects occur upon activation. Plus 50% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade. Minus 50% to health restoration for 10 timer counts. 100% chance to inflict extreme bleed on hit. Blast armor when charging forward. So again, special move has blast armor. There's only one unit in the game that you really need to look out for with that, and that's obviously Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan. But if you land this, you're guaranteed to inflict extreme bleed on the opponent, which is good. So that means over time, they will gradually lose health, which will ultimately help you out in the long run, which is good. And then we have the special skill. Randomly draws at most 2 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores own key by 50, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemy special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 10 timer counts. Also applies the following effects to self based on the number of defeated battle members. 0 members, restores vanishing gauge by 50% and charges unique gauge by 20%. 1 member, restores vanishing gauge by 60% and charges unique gauge by 25%. 2 members, restores vanishing gauge by 70% and charges unique gauge by 30%. Okay, so this actually sounds like a really good special skill. I mean, just by default, you're able to nullify cover change, which is always going to be a great ability. But not only do you nullify cover change, you get 50 key and you get 2 new cards if you have 3 or fewer cards. So with how this unit, with how they're trying to explain how this unit works, it seems more so like this unit is meant to combo your opponents into oblivion. Think about it, right? You nullify cover change with your special skill, which means nobody can come in and really save you, unless obviously if they have unique gauge that has certain properties, then maybe they can stop the combo. But obviously taking that outlier out of the equation, in a general retrospect, you combo into oblivion, right? Not only that, you get a lot of key. 50 key, that's a lot. That gives you access to literally any card in the game at your disposal. You can use it, which is really good. And then of course, you randomly draw 2 new cards as well. So you not only get the key, but you get some cards to potentially keep the combo going. And on top of all of that, depending on how many of your units are still alive, you get a good percentage of your vanish back and you charge your unique gauge. That is really, really powerful, especially if this unit is last man standing. Getting that 70% to your vanish back and then charging your unique gauge by 30, that's really good. So you could honestly have this Frieza just be last man standing. You really could, and it would work out very, very well. Now, moving on to the ultimate attack. Deals supreme explode damage. Applies the following effects to self upon activation. Plus 50% to damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. Nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. Applies attribute upgrade. Minus 30% to enemies sustained damage cut effects for 3 timer counts. A portion of the damage inflicted will also be dealt to enemy members on standby on hit. This cannot cause them to be defeated. Blast armor when charging forward. So with Frieza, pretty much all of his attacks that are forward charging attacks have blast armor. Actually, not even pretty much, all of them do, right? The only reason why I say pretty much is because obviously some special skills are forward charging, his is not. But apart from that though, he pretty much has blast armor on everything. So you do want to be careful, especially if it comes down to being in mid-range. Obviously, blast armor in mid-range is very powerful. But of course, it's an ultra unit, so of course if his ultimate attack didn't nullify endurance as an ultra unit, something is really wrong, right? But again, not only does it nullify endurance, it also affects the enemy team. So you gotta be careful, because even if you're in the back end, you're not safe. And if Frieza lands this, because I'm pretty sure it usually scales the damage based on element factor. So if you're neutral, it'll deal like relatively like moderate damage. If you're at an advantage, it's gonna deal monstrous damage. And if you're at a disadvantage, then it's not gonna deal that much. So maybe look out, because I can already see two things happening. I can now see a Sun Family team being formed with both Gohan and Ultra UI Sign Goku. Because, I mean, Gohan is, we know how powerful he is. And also the Blast Arts, there's no reason not to use that unit. But also Ultra UI Sign Goku, because inherently that would be a counter to Frieza, right? He's a yellow unit, he's really powerful, his unique gauge will save him from forward charging attacks. And if they try to ult that unit, then he also gets health back as well. So again, we'll really have to see how that works, but something's telling me that we're probably going to start seeing a massive resurgence of Ultra UI Sign Goku, and people are going to start pairing him up with Gohan. I can already see that now, but again, only time will tell. But apart from all that though, this ultimate attack does actually sound really good. It's not bad by any means. Now, main ability, draw the ultimate arts card, Emperor Death Crusher next. So that's what they call it. Okay. Restores own health by 30% and ki by 50, cancels enemy attribute upgrades. The following effects also occur if this character's special action that activates when health reaches 0 has been activated. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 15 timer counts, cannot be canceled. Reduces enemy ki by 50. Requirements, 25 timer counts must elapse. Okay, so yeah, it says the following effects also occur if this character's special action that activates when health reaches 0. Okay, I had to make sure I understood that right, because that actually plays to a brand new mechanic that's in this game now, which we will get into once we get into it. So I'm not going to break that down just yet. But apart from that though, he does become element neutral. He does become element neutral. So even if it's a scenario where, let's say it's last man standing, Frieza versus Ultra UI Sign Goku, and I'm talking about Ultra UI Sign Goku's going insane, like just crazy damage on Frieza. Frieza, when he comes back to, life, he becomes element neutral, which means that you have the possibility of dealing really good damage against the likes of Goku, right? So again, really good, right? And then not only that, you restore health by 30%, you get ki, you cancel enemy attribute upgrades. It's all in all a pretty solid main ability. Nothing bad about it, honestly, just no way. Now, moving on to unique ability, the first one anyway. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Charges unique gauge by 100%. It starts full. It starts full. Okay. Plus 170% to damage inflicted, cannot be canceled. Reduces damage received by 70%, cannot be canceled. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level, cannot be canceled. Plus 100% to unique gauge charge rate for 90 timer counts, cannot be canceled. Minus 10 to special move arts cost, cannot be canceled. Nullifies attribute downgrades for 60 timer counts, cannot be canceled. That's actually really strong. Holy. Okay, let's break that down before we actually get to the rest of the unique abilities. So again, plus 170% to damage inflicted, he's gonna deal monstrous damage. His unique gauge starts off full. So whatever abilities come with the unique gauge, the opponent really needs to look out, because obviously Frieza is gonna be ready to go from the jump. So you definitely wanna be careful. He has good damage reduction, it's by 70%, that's solid. He gets a permanent arts card draw speed level up by 1, so that's fantastic. And not only that, if for whatever reason his unique gauge gets activated, you get a plus 100% to your unique gauge charge rate for 90 timer counts. That is a very, very long time. A very, very long time. And on top of that, your special moves cost 40 ki. It costs 40 ki, and there have been a few moments through looking at his kit where we see he's able to regain 50 ki. So pretty much any arts card that is accessible to Frieza, he's gonna be able to use it. So you really want to be careful. And then of course, nullifying attribute downgrades, that's always gonna be a good thing. Moving on, applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Restores ki by 30. There you go, another ki restoration. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemies, reduce ki effects for 5 timer counts. Okay, cool. So you throw him in, he can't lose ki for 5 timer counts. That's cool. I mean, in terms of like if you attack the opponent and they have like ki reduction as like one of their passives. So yeah, you can't, you know, lose ki with Frieza. Anyway, the following effects occur every time when faced with an enemy. Restores own ki by 15. Huh, okay. Plus 20% to strike damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade. Plus 60 to, oh Jesus Christ. Plus 60 to blast arts cost for 3 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade. Minus 50% to ki recovery for 5 timer counts. What in the world? So you can't use blast armor, you can't use blast against this unit if you immediately throw a unit in. You pretty much have to follow up with strike or whatever other like card you may have available to you. But blast darts is probably not going to be an option. That's actually, that's crazy. But I think that also might work a little bit. I mean, because, okay, they raise the blast cards for the opponent, sure. But Frieza has blast armor on darn near everything. So I don't know, like it should have done, I think it probably should have done that to strike, but it's not a bad ability by any means. Like it's still a way to stop your opponent from comboing, but I personally think to play on Frieza's strength of having blast armor, well, okay, it's weird because in a general retrospect, I do think it should have been plus 60 on strike. So again, like Frieza can take advantage of blast armor, but again, Gohan exists in the game, like Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan, and again, he has the ability to break through that. So it's now just situational. It's not as simple as, oh, they have blast armor, you'll be fine type thing anymore. It's not that simple anymore. So just we'll have to see how that works. But truthfully, not a bad ability. It's not bad by any means. It's just you got to look out for Gohan. That's really it. The following effects occur when this character performs a vanishing step. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards, restores own ki by 30, reduces enemy ki by 25, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, -1 arts card draw speed level for 10 timer counts, shortens own substitution count by 5 when enemy activates a special move arts, ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush while this character is on standby. So again, this unit is constantly getting ki. They're constantly getting ki. Again, you vanish, you get ki, right? And you cripple the opponent's ki as well. And you cripple their arts card draw speed. So there's like, he's able to sabotage a bit, but again, it's just constant ki. So again, with him being able to constantly get ki and also get cards in the process, he's gonna be comboing for a while. So you do want to be careful. However, he's also able to shorten his sub counts by 5 when an enemy activates, you know, special move, alt. If for whatever reason you're using a unit in this day and age with an awakened arts, sure, or rising rush. And I'm pretty sure once we get to unique ability 2, we'll finally be able to break that down as to why that's so important. So, unique ability 2, knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their blast arts attack, activates during assist, comboable arts, special move arts. He has blast cover, and is able to follow up with a special move. That's as simple as that. Now, we finally get into the brand new mechanic. This is why I didn't want to break it down earlier, because I really want to make sure that you guys pay attention to what it's capable of now. Remain undefeated, and the following effects occur when own health reaches 0. Activates once, plus 30% to damage inflicted for 2 timer counts. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 2 timer counts. Deals massive pierce damage. The damage from this attack cannot cause the enemy to be defeated. This effect cannot be activated by enemies' self-destruct attack. This effect will not activate in hyperdimensional co-op or full power battle. So, this Frieza does come with a brand new ability. Now, it says remain undefeated, but apparently from what they're saying in the reveals and stuff, it's called the comeback mechanic. And pretty much what happens is Frieza gets knocked down, obviously if his health reaches 0. Sorbet steps in and retaliates with the laser, right? and that deals damage against the opponent. But then afterwards, you remain in an undefeated state for a while. That I think that's what they said. So, like, I don't know if it's like, because we see here that you remain undefeated. There's no health restoration, right, of any kind. So it's not endurance, it's not revival, and it's not even undefeatable. Like, it's literally none of those. It's something completely new. So again, we're really gonna have to see how this works. However, it is going to be a pretty cool ability to experiment with, especially with other units in the game that have similar abilities. But not only that, I think it's also really important to note that you get extra damage and you nullify unfavorable element factors. Play that with his main ability as Last Man Standing, and he's gonna be able to hold his own against the likes of yellow units. So again, because when you pop your main, you become element neutral. So even putting him up against the likes of Ultra UI Sign Goku, this unit might actually have a fighting chance. Who knows? We'll see. Continuing, the following effects also occur after the attack hits. Oh, well, there it is. Literally right afterwards. Restores own health by 50%. Okay, so it pretty much does function like, because I'm pretty sure the name of the ability wasn't undefeatable. It was, I forgot. You know, the Goku and Bardock ability is what I'm referring to, right? But yes, so when he does reach 0, he does get half of his health back, which is good. Really good, actually. So yeah, there's that. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained, cannot be canceled. So he's just gonna become neutral pretty much. Like, you knock him out, he becomes neutral. Let's just put it at that. Plus 100% to own unique gauge charge rate for 30 timer counts, cannot be canceled. Shortens allies substitution counts by 10. Whoa, okay. Destroys all of your enemy's cards. Reduces enemy key by 100. 100% chance to inflict extreme bleed. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade -1 arts card draw speed level for 20 timer counts. Seals all main or enemies main abilities for 5 timer counts. Wow, where do we even begin? Okay, so again, with him being element neutral, we've already discussed that too much, but obviously for damage sustained, he also becomes element neutral, and it cannot be canceled. So that's actually going to be really, really good. So on the defensive, he'll be able to survive. He gets his unique gauge back pretty much if it's empty or not full, whatever the case may be. If his ability activates, he gets a full unique gauge. You shorten your ally sub counts by 10, which means that if for whatever reason, let's say that you got a unit in, right? And Frieza's like 5 timer counts out from being able to get back in. The opponent pops a special move, ult, rising rush, whatever. You throw Frieza in and activates his ability. You can pretty much get your entire team back in. So that's actually really, really good. And not only that, they're stuck on the defensive because they have no cards and they have no key. So all they can really do is vanish or swap or whatever the case may be. So that's good. And they also get inflicted with extreme bleed because of, you know, Sorbet shooting them through the chest. So there's that. And you cripple the arch card draw speed. So it's just overall a really, really good ability. It really is. And then of course, obviously you seal their main ability, so they can't try to like pop their main to heal or whatever the case may be. It's just, they're kind of a sitting duck. Like the cherry on top of all this would have been if you actually trapped them in for like 3 to 5 timer counts and you strip their vanish. At that point, you would never want to go up against this Frieza. That'd be kind of crazy. Moving on. While this character is on the battlefield, charges own unique gauge. Okay. Applies the following effects to self while unique gauge is full. Plus 30% to damage inflicted, cannot be canceled. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level, cannot be canceled. Plus 70% to key recovery, cannot be canceled. -5 to arts costs, cannot be canceled. So you have the ability to raise your arts card draw speed again, get extra damage, raise your key recovery, lower your arts costs as well. So that's good. So you can knock all your arts costs down by 5. Not bad. And then finally, cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions after enemy attack is over. If unique gauge is full, it resets to 0 and the following effects also occur. Restores own health by 15%. Effect will not activate if own health reaches 0 after enemy attack is over. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special arts card next. Activates twice. Reduces enemy key by 30. So again, lots of sabotaging effects. But of course, you do want to be careful because, again, like it says, the effect will not activate if own health reaches 0 after enemy attack is over. So, for whatever reason, if your health reaches 0, it's not going to activate. But if your combo ends before then, it will. So, you do want to be careful with how you utilize this Frieza unit and how you weaponize their unique gauge as well. But yeah, that's about it. Honestly, this unit actually sounds really, really good. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm also happy at the fact that Frieza finally is getting an Ultra unit. Because again, it's been primarily nothing but Saiyans, bruh. But finally, Frieza is getting an Ultra. I'm excited for this unit, but I do want to know what you guys thought about this unit so far in the comment section below. Are you guys gonna be going crazy for the unit, or are you guys gonna be saving up? Because don't forget, we're pretty much stepping into April. Anniversary's not too far off. So if a lot of you guys are skipping, I completely understand. But I do want to know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.